Hey!
Boom, boom,
Boom,
boom,
boom.
boom.
Thanks for that song!
Why did they get cut off?
Woo you 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 you.
Woo you too. I probably could have just downloaded a texture, but you know, what's the fun in that? You don't speak English well? Well, don't worry about it. Sometimes I don't speak English well either. There we go. That's better. This is more an approach you'd take for higher resolution stuff. I just wanted to try it. Okay, that... Speaking of eating up everything on your computer, gracious. No, my whole computer did. That's better. Not perfect, but better. Okay, they're gone now. We can talk about them. See you later, Puma. That's right, you're new here.
Waffles.
Welcome to the stream. Just realized that polygon's kind of crappy. Is it the same way in Blender? Nope, it is not the same way in Blender. The quads acted differently. Have to explicitly put triangles there. Use quads, they say. It's better, they say. So you export and random programs decide to handle them differently.
Have you pooped recently?
You might if this thing comes charging at you. Yeah, I think pretty much everything's gonna need to be a little bit brighter. I think it looks so like light and washed out in here, and then it's like so dark in there. Let's double that, half that, double that. It's a demon. Matt Demon. I have way too much chat to catch up. I thought you guys were just discussing things. I wasn't sure that there was anything for me to like chime in on. I'm being productive here. It's rare. Oh, did somebody redeem a thunder tube? Oh, my bad. Definitely don't want to steal your thunder. Anything else important I missed? Matt Damon! Meet Demon! I think that'll do it. I would definitely not want to see one of those jump out at me in a dark alley. It was Quake enemy, so... yeah, this is one of the things it generated. The face could be a little bit better, but it's still pretty good, I think. I'll chuck that in there. And hopefully, this will fix the issue with our dude getting folded in weird ways. So apparently this was a GLTF exporter bug. It's also supposed to fix the stuff shuffling bone indices. We just open it up and save. I guess it didn't fix it. Alright, I'm gonna try importing whatever this exported. I think it put it like here. Yeah, see, this looks fine. If we try to import this GLTF file just by itself, is it busted? So it looks okay here. Here's the thing we can try. Let's try putting the Blender file directly in a new scene by himself. Oh, interesting. He looks okay here. Are we storing additional data in this player scene? Yep, that's a problem. So I think what's happening is that we've got the bones in some pose, and then we modify the blend file, it re-imports it, but then these get saved because they're like different somehow. So if I run this now, it's broken because the arm is like in some crazy position. But if we go over here and we open up our player scene and we just delete this, I think that may fix it. Yay! All right.
Beep, boop, robot, blah.
An explosive kick. Oh gosh. The zero friction dead bodies are like a constant source of comedy. I just thought of something stupid. If you did a modeling technique where you only used triangle fans and called it OnlyFans. Boom. Pretty close. Pretty close. And then if we move that a bit. Anyway, like I was saying. Alright, that's probably good enough for first pass idle. If I did this right, it should be playing the idle animation. Or it'll be offset over there, not playing the idle animation. Alright, he's animating. I don't know why he's over there. That's horrifying.
Sacrifice.
I think we need a more appropriate run animation. It's really hoofing it, yeah. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Oh my gosh, I'm an idiot. I've been doing all this in the freaking idle loop and not the run loop. I thought I created a new animation. What did I do? Did I not create an animation? Where'd my new animation go? Alright, well I guess this is our run loop now. I don't know what happened to the new one I thought I created. Empty action maybe? Nope, not that one. I don't know what the heck that is, but that's not useful. Alright, get that out of there. Well, I was pretty content with the idle animation we had. I wonder if I can copy it out of the Godot folder before Godot re-imports it. If we're lucky, I can re-import this GLTF file that Godot exported. And it will have idle loop. Sweet. So we're going to save this, and then what we're going to do is we're going to attempt to append from here, action, idle loop. Alright, well it exported every keyframe, but at least we got it. It's better than nothing. What I'm going to do is copy, and then I guess at frame 8 we will paste flipped, which to this day, I still do not comprehend Blender's copy-paste stuff. Like, it just doesn't work about 80% of the time. What it's supposed to do is I'm supposed to be able to take... Maybe I have to have these selected. Paste flipped. Oh, is that it? Okay, apparently I have to have them selected. It only pastes into the selected keyframes or something? I don't know. Something's broken with that run animation. So, I think what I need to do is have like an impulse scaler so big monsters don't get knocked back as much. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do impulse times equals impulse scale. And then on our big boy, we can set our impulse scale to maybe a 0.3 or something like that. So when we kick him, right. Doesn't go, well, he doesn't move much at all. So what we want to do is make enemy use the move function. Alright, so what I want to do is take this yaw thing and put that in the movement stuff. Okay, so our enemy needs a yaw direction 2D. So I'm not sure if the direction 2D.angle is going to give me what I want or not. Let's see what this does. Yeah, that's like 90 degrees off. Which is what I was afraid of. I'm guessing a yaw of 0 is to the right? Because like if you have a protractor or whatever, that's 0 and that's 90. But if we're saying this is X and that's to the right and that is forward, then that means forward is a rotation of 90 degrees. Oh, wait. Vector 2 dot up is negative Y? Wait, so angle from right is 0, but angle from the other vector is also 0? Wait, what? I am so confused. Oh, whoa. Whoops, I'm dumb. Goodness gracious. I printed the wrong variable. My brain was just like about to implode there. Okay. Things are starting to make sense now. So direction 2D is going to be our desired direction. X is going to be negative Z. Treat X as forward in 2D because right is 0 degrees. So maybe I don't have to do that minus pi times 0.5 there, which makes this code a little more sensible. Well, still incorrect, but a different incorrect. He spawned in facing the correct direction now, I think. That's correct, it's just when we shoot him. Alright, he's facing the correct direction, he's just moving backward. Because if we treat X as forward, it's like it makes sense from a rotational standpoint, but it also, my brain doesn't want to do that. I want to feel like X is to the right. But if we treat everything that way, at least it's like a consistent thing. And then, well, it doesn't really make sense that X is forward, but X is forward. Which would mean we would take, so we're going to do negative Z is going to be forward. Maybe this won't need to be negative, which would make more sense. My controls are now reversed, which I guess is expected. Okay, he's moving toward me, but he's not facing the right way. Alright, so move forward is going to be X. And move back is going to be negative X. I don't know if left and... So left is... This is the thing that I'm confused on. So if positive X is right and up is negative Y, does that mean that's positive 90 degrees or is that positive 90 degrees? Well, that's not right. I guess we still need to rotate by negative yaw. Also, what's my movement? So something's funky. Get vector is negative X first. Okay, so that makes sense. So we want to do back and forward. Just trying to make it make sense. Okay, back and forward works. But there's definitely some weirdness in the movement that was not happening before. This guy's not going the right direction. Very clearly going the left direction. I'm wondering if this negative, if the yaw thing is like reversed or something. It's like, is this number going to start getting bigger and bigger? Start drifting off? Yeah, it seems like that's it. He veered off, and instead of steering back, he went further off. Okay. It seems like this yaw rotation thing is in two different ways. So if I'm rotating the model, if I'm applying a transform, I need to use negative yaw. But if I'm rotating a vector, I need to use positive yaw. He's rotating in the opposite direction of the way he should. Why? I mean, I could just leave it and just negate the things, but it doesn't make any sense. I can't just leave things that don't make sense. The problem is, when I rotate our input by that yaw, it rotates the other way. So instead of going this way, like we want it to, it goes that way. If we rotated 90 degrees, our input, now all of a sudden instead of going forward, we're going backward. And I can just negate it, but it works correctly for the AI. If I negate it over here, then it's correct for me. So I can go forward and backward here, forward and backward here, that's correct. but then the AI now is basically going the opposite direction. And I can go in for the enemy and be like, well, let's just go, we set that negative there, and we set that negative there, and then it's double negative, and then it works. But then it's like, it doesn't make sense. Like, okay, this works, except now he's moving toward me, but he's aiming wrong. Do I need to set both of these negative? It's like, I can just mash things until they work, but I want to understand why. Like, it's like that technically works. But why? Why does that? Why do I have to set 3 different things negative to make it work? Like, I tried to engineer all of this stuff so that it made sense, and I'm cleanly converting between 2D and 3D and handling the rotations and stuff, so I didn't have to do any weird hackery like that, and I'm still having to do weird hackery like that, and I don't like it. It's supposed to be pointing toward me. It's like a clock going reverse. It's correct twice a day. So basically that dot angle function is backward. Positive y. Oh, you know what? That thing I forgot about. I was like, do I need to make this y negative? I think the answer is yes. Well, so now that thing's facing toward me, but my controls are messed up. Okay, so this is back to moving correctly for the player, but this is wrong. And then if I take this and set that to negative, we point toward the player, but I cannot even move on this axis at all, apparently. And that's probably because this also needs to be set to respect that. Alright, so now the left and right are inverted. Forward and back are correct, but left and right got swapped. Maybe I just got the input backward? I don't know if that makes any more sense, but if everything works, then... Alright, so this thing's pointing at me. I can move around in every direction. I sure hope I've got him set to negative. Okay, good. Because I was gonna be like, what the heck? Oh, gosh. Alright, now he's coming toward me. There we go, finally. See ya. So it's super confusing. So negative x is back in 2D. Positive x is forward. Negative y is right. Positive y is left. Oh yeah, that makes sense, I think. Yeah. Okay, I had it backward. If positive x is forward, and we're facing down positive x, then that makes sense that negative y is going to be our right. So I had that like flipped around, so then I'd set up something and it would work for me as a player, but then it would be backward for the enemies, and that's why I wanted to get it all straightened out, because I didn't want to have this crazy thing where it was like, oh, one thing was done the wrong way, and then like 90% of the code has all these weird negative values that don't make any sense. I just wanted to make it all make sense. Because on one hand, going from 3D to 2D, it makes kind of sense that X is still left and right, and then you just swap Y with Z, and then Y becomes forward, but then that's 90 degrees off. So anytime you're using a function to get the angle of a vector, then you have to add half of pi or subtract half of pi or do all this like crazy conversion stuff. So I was trying to like get this all oriented so that it's clean and straightforward and not any weird nonsense of, well, why do I have to rotate everything by 90 degrees or negate something or whatever. Yeah, it does seem... I wonder if there's something we can do with that really quickly. Because yeah, I do want them to feel like heavy. It does feel like he's just running along with grocery bags or something like that. Gotta get there before the next store closes. Oh gosh, it's a shopping spree. A little more weight to it. I've completely ruined this with the shopping bags comment, haven't I? Might have to make it gallop. I just set the impulse scale to 0.5. Huh. Seems like it scaled it down even more. Uh-oh. Kicked him a little too hard. Okay, we got our camera pointed at a Fortnite screen. Just had to be sure. Oh wow, we got CS:GO. Is this guy wearing a bulletproof vest? Getting into it. Oh, another one. I think that's Fortnite. Yep, another Fortnite. The numbers are coming back. It's getting scary there for a bit. There were a few nights when there was only one Fortnite streamer in the game dev category. Until next time, I will see you later. See ya. Since I was away visiting my family for the holiday last Thursday, I decided to make this video twice as long as usual to make up for it. I appreciate you for sticking around and watching my confusion and nonsense, and I really appreciate my patrons for helping support this development and create videos. Those clips were from around August or September of 2022, so there's still a lot of catching up to do. If you want to see more recent content, you can check out the KOOK Steam page. Wish lists are much appreciated. Until next week, hopefully.